just take 2 shots in 6 months, take the other half.
No, I'm not taking 3 damn shots. I'ma just wear my mask.
Oh yeah, I know that you are anti-vax.
Yes, I am.
But you gon' need more than a mask. Vaccination. Why you waiting?
Hell no.
Don't take the shot.
I'm not taking the shot. I'm not taking the shot.
You gon' end up a doctor patient.
Oh no. No.
Take the shot.
I'm not taking the shot. I'm not taking the shot.
Vaccination.
Oh no. I'm good.
Welcome everybody. What's up? Welcome
What's
to
up, peoples?
another Two Transit Misfits show. This is number 129. Blunt, what's going on? Tell us. We missed you last week. I had to go solo. I did all right. But you always need that second hand there to make things flow smoother. But how you doing, bro?
Terrible, man.
Terrible. How was?
Yeah, since last Monday. I don't know if I have COVID or just the flu, but it's terrible.
And this is last Monday.
Yeah.
Well, since the last show, you couldn't come on, right?
Yeah, it was real bad last week. It's not as bad this week, but still, I'm not 100%. So I'm like, ugh.
But you got tested, not getting tested.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow with my doctor to see what's going on. But I went to the City MDs.
Yeah.
They have the what's they call them shits?
The urgent care?
Urgent care, yeah. So
Yeah.
you call them up, they say, oh yeah, walk in, whatever, walk in, get tested, whatever. I go all the way over there and they not doing no tests. I was like, the fuck, man. Fucking call.
We have the same issues here. Same issues here in Staten Island. Just about every urgent care out here stopped giving the test. I don't know if it's not that they ran out of. I'm guessing there's just too many people.
Yeah, a lot of people. Too many people. That's what she said. That she's like, oh, you got to come like 7 in the morning. I'm like, going over there at 7 in the fucking morning.
And then probably be another freaking line waiting there.
Yeah, she's like, it's too many people. There's only 4 of them doing the test, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shit, I'm calling the fucking, nobody answering the phone, but then they say you can walk in. So I come walking in, I can barely walk, and you telling me you ain't doing fucking tests. I'm like, I'm not wasting my fucking time again.
That's crazy, man.
So I'm gonna
we're hoping you get better soon, man. I mean, at least you're vaccinated, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I can imagine if I wasn't, because I was terrible. That Monday, I woke up, I was terrible. I was like, oh God, I don't know what's going on. Pains, and then I was taking something for severe cold and flu. But the problem with that shit was it started exaggerating my nerve pain. So I was feeling better.
What?
My nerve pain.
Okay.
So I was feeling better from the flu, but my nerve pain was killing me. So I couldn't get no sleep, man. It's just I couldn't win. So I had to either stop taking the medicine for the cold and flu or live with the nerve pain. So I just stopped taking the medicine for the cold and flu because that nerve pain ain't no joke. So I'm like, fuck it.
I can only imagine.
It's going away, slowly going away.
Okay. Well, that's good. We've heard so many freaking people are out and in transit, and we're gonna get all into that. Talk a little bit about that. First, I want to let everybody know whoever was waiting for the doctor was going to be on the show today. He's not going to make it. Sent me an email sometime back today, and the doctor's down with COVID, folks. Which it's weird.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. This doctor who's been pushing the issue about getting vaccinated and wear masks and be careful. Sometimes it doesn't matter how careful you are. Plus, I guess he deals with a lot of sick people too. So, but he's down with COVID. He's not feeling well, but we're going to reschedule, and we'll have him on next year. All right, and we'll talk about that new strain that's coming out, which is new, so we're not really going to touch up on it, but some new strain that's coming out, and he'll have some information for that. So something good to look forward to in the new year, guys.
Mm.
What's up, Catherine? Thanks for joining us, and Mr. Reyes and everybody else is popping up. Let me put this up here. What Reyes is saying. I went to two different places last week and I couldn't do the test. The next day it took me 6 hours to get the test, and I'm still waiting for the results. The rapid test was
Yes.
positive, but I'm waiting for the PCR test on a week later. Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
for
so many
sure.
people still feel like this shit is not
What's up,
real,
Damien?
or it's, it's overblown, and yet you can't get a fucking test now because everybody
Yeah.
wants to get tested.
And that rapid test, I don't. It's not even worth wasting time with a rapid test, because usually you get what is it a false negative, so that it's not even trustworthy to do the test. I would not be waiting online to get that rapid test. I'd rather wait for that PCR test. That's just my opinion. I mean, you take that rapid test and it'll come up that you're negative, but then you still feel sick, and then the PCR test shows that you're positive.
It's just crazy.
But before we get all started, Blunt, you was not on with us last week. Um, Now this is our last show for the year, folks, and we've lost a lot of people. A lot of people are not here with us for this New Year's. We see a lot of posts like daily of people that are gone, not here with us anymore. So we're gonna take to end the year. We're gonna take a short um a moment of silence for all the loved ones who are no longer here with us. All right, folks. So you could throw your hearts up in there, click the hearts emojis, and you can post the name of that person that you love that's not here with you to keep them in all our prayers. And about a minute, and we come right back. All right. So here's a little moment of silence again for those that are not here with us to end the year. All right, folks. So let's get this show started.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
do we have? Do we have? We don't have the birthday thing again, don't we?
Nope, not on this one.
Nope. Well, here we go. You do the music. MVP.
Uh,
All right.
right.
Happy birthday. Let's do our birthday. Say happy birthday to Steve Lecknose. Happy birthday. Celebrating the
Happy
birthday this
birthday.
week. Stephen
Fuck.
Colica. Happy birthday.
Happy
Miss
birthday.
Kelly Williams. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
No, we don't give a fuck. It was your birthday. Sandra Crawford. Miss Sandra Crawford. Happy birthday. Celebrating this
Sandra.
week.
Happy birthday, Sandra.
And today, very special birthday, my homie Justin Santiago. That's Mrs. Chocolate Fountain Falls' son. No, that kid since he
Okay.
was born. He celebrates his 24th birthday. Happy birthday. It's really not. It really is not the same without that music. It really isn't.
I'm gonna load that stuff onto my laptop because
Yeah, to me, so I could drop it in there. When we set
yeah,
it up
yeah.
too. So at
I give you a
least,
backup because yeah, you see I don't have the background. Nothing because my desktop is. I guess my desktop has COVID too. It doesn't want to work right. So I'll be
Well,
trying to
hopefully
get
it'll be
out all
better
day.
than next year. So, folks,
I
those are the
mean,
birthdays for this week and the end of the year.
yeah,
Remember that if you ever want to get a shout out on your birthday or somebody else's birthday, hit us up on an email at two transit misfits at gmail,
.com.
and we'll be sure to give you your shout out. Okay, so
Sure,
let's start with a this new MTA rule. You heard about them, Blunt? This new with transit.
man. I've been away from the world.
Well, okay. So let me fill you in. MTA, New York City Transit had this rule now. You know how when we got sick, you were out 14 days, and when you call DOH, you like at work, you're out 10 days. Well, now they have this thing. It's a little worrisome, and it makes you wonder. Now it makes you wonder with all the BS that's going on. This is the thing. If you are vaccinated, this is for our transit workers. If you're vaccinated and you get COVID, right? You're vaccinated, you get COVID, but you have no symptoms. You still have to come to work. So you're vaccinated, but you tested and you are positive for COVID, but you have no symptoms. You have to come to work.
That's
That's
stupid.
what do you think about that?
That's stupid. I mean, honestly, what I would do is the minute they say I'm positive, I'm sick. Even if I'm not sick, I'm taking 14 days.
But guess what? Guess what? You could only take 5 days. Now it's only 5 days and you return to work. No more 10, no 14 days, 5 days when you're sick and you have to return to work.
And yeah, that's stupid. Is it? I thought
Because
I
you
heard
because
CDC
because they
changed
show you
that.
that you're already vaccinated. So if you're vaccinated and you don't feel good, it's 5 days.
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense. And this is why people so mistrust what's going on because they just keep sending conflicting information,
And I
and
could
it
understand
just
that. I can understand why
yeah,
people are like, so why the hell am I going to get the vaccine?
yeah,
But
exactly.
I mean, we all know, the whole thing about the vaccines that you don't get sick, you don't get no long term illnesses that come with catching COVID once you're vaccinated. But like you said, everybody starts to like not give a shit, you know? Like, okay, so I got vaccinated and I wound up getting by the way, I want a shout out to my friend Evelyn, her son and daughter, and our other friend who are down right now out with COVID. Um, since Monday, out with COVID, but they're vaccinated, but they're home and they're looking and feeling like shit. Okay, we went out and also got in contact, and we got tested. Well, it was me and my wife, my son, my daughter, and we were out and we came back, found out that people were sick. So we went and got tested, took a 24-hour test. So we're good. We came out okay. This happened on Monday, so it was enough time that it would have, shown up. But just to see, it's how this thing works. The people have to take this a little more serious. I mean, and it seems like they're taking it serious because look at them; they're running to get tested now. And I wonder what made that choice. Is it because you could have it and not have um um show, what do you call it? Been saying the word all this time. Side effects? Is it because of that? Like why is it that so many people are out there getting tested now? What's your take on that? And folks, any comments, drop them below how you feel about what we're talking about.
Um,
We got Damon here. Damon, he was called today from the TPC while he wasn't at work. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, they're looking out for you, huh? Why wasn't he at work? And I'm sure, Damon, you probably called up and told them you were sick. So I'm guessing you have what, 5 days and you got to go back? And I don't know where the union stands on this because I really don't think that the union could actually do something. If what are you gonna do? They're just gonna say we don't have enough bodies, which I think that's probably it. They just want service. They want to cover service. So now, if they have everybody out 10, 14 days, um, more of us are out, less service. So I'm wondering if this is something. Is this a medical thing that they're telling us only five? Like who said that? Is it the DOH said we could be out only 5 days? Like I didn't read up into that. But yeah, like Aaron Vasquez says, it's contagious. It's very contagious, and that's why it's scarier. Like you get on a bus, you're gonna relieve somebody that maybe. Well, right now I don't know. Is everybody vaccinated that works with transit, or they're still arguing with that point, or they send you home? I think. But regardless, maybe I didn't get any. What do you call it? Any not side effects. What's the word? If someone could help me out, because I'm like blank right now.
Symptoms?
Symptoms. Maybe okay. So I don't show any symptoms, and I go to make a relief because I got vaccinated. I got COVID. No symptoms. I go to work. I go to relieve another operator. That operator, okay, that operator is vaccinated, but then catches COVID when I go in to make the relief because I'm sick right now. I am sick right now. I just don't have symptoms. Who's to say that operator is not going to get symptoms, like bad symptoms like you have right now, Blunt, for instance? Let's say, God forbid, it's not COVID. I hope it's just some bad cold you caught. But if that's what it is, the next person gets the symptoms. Now what? It's just such bullshit. It's just so bullshit. And I don't know what we can do as a union to fight this. Because we can't all blame it on. We have to all get together and see what we're gonna do. Because I don't think it's fair that you call out sick and they go, oh, you will vaccinate, you could come back to work anyway. It's not right. And not just that now. So now we're putting customers at risk because I'm getting on that bus and forget about okay, my coworker who's vaccinated. Okay, fine. You don't care about the the my coworker getting sick because TA just wants to make their service. But what about all the people that are on that bus? What about all the people that are going to come in contact with me when they come up to the front and they want to ask me a question? Okay, I'm wearing my mask, but everybody knows that that's not 100% either. It helps, but still, I get at it and touch or whatever, and a customer comes in, or their card is not working. Like, what about that? What about the customers?
I don't know, bro. This is it's a tough situation, and it can't even. This is where you got to ask where the union safety officer needs to get involved and start talking to the union. Some kind of plan or something. Something. Say something because the Omicron is a lot more contagious than the Delta. It may not be as problematic as the Delta, but it's way more contagious. So people are still getting very much sick from it. And to be quiet about it, it just uh, it's frustrating.
I
Uh,
mean, I know that if, let's say, okay, God forbid, I get COVID, even though, and no symptoms, and I'm going to work, I will definitely tell the person that I'm going to um, relieve, bro, I'm going to wait out here, or if he's relieving me, maybe we could make it that we clean for the next driver, maybe.
I would spray everything down
Like we all have to
before you
carry a little
leave.
Lysol or whatever, and either tell that driver, hold on, I'm gonna spray everything down, dude, because I got COVID that sent me to work.
Right. That's what I
Spray
would
it, right? Or so that's a good thing that maybe we all can do to help each other. Is that if you know that you have COVID, fine, we got that HIPAA law that they cannot tell or anything. Um, but if you know that you have COVID and you have basically forced to come to work because you have no symptoms, maybe you should be the one to tell that operator that you're relieving, or that operator that's going to relieve you, that you're sick. And maybe this way we could help stop spreading it amongst us, as members of Transit, by letting those know, because a lot of times they just jump in the seat and they're ready to go. We need to take a moment, relax, take it slow. Listen, there's too many people out there anyway that are out. Heard of an operator posted a video today stating that, I think it was, don't know what depot it was, 152 people out at that one depot. If somebody remembers, is this girl put the video of like 152 people out in that depot, and a bunch of train lines, like 3 or 4 train lines that were not working in certain areas, which is because they have nobody to run the trains. So, um, yeah, Catherine, that's. I also, when I go in, I'm pulling out the bus. I always clean my own bus, and when I make a relief, and I wait for the person to get out of the bus, and I'm already ready to start spraying the area. But not all of them. Thank you, Kat. So it was Manhattanville. So Manhattanville has 152 people that called out. I believe it was one day. Not sure. That called out. That's crazy. We had just last week at Gleason, the last show I mentioned, that it was 66 out of the Jackie Gleason Depot that were out.
Shoot. And people don't care. They want to know when that next bus is coming.
Oh yeah.
It's the holidays too.
Okay, Aaron says we're getting close. What do you mean? Maybe I missed the question or something I may have said. If you could let me know what you meant by we're getting close. Close to what? Um, now I
It's
can't.
crazy.
No, I don't see it. Oh, there we go.
Well,
Yeah, but this is it's out of hand, and it seems like we're not getting the help that we need. We really need to get those COVID cleaners out again. I'm sure that's probably the first step we need to protect everybody else, being that we have to come to work even if we're sick and don't have symptoms. There has to be something. We need to have those COVID cleaners out there for sure. Damien says at least an average of 30 to 40 people out each day in Fresh Pond and Grand. It's just gonna get worse, man.
yeah.
It's gonna get worse. Uh, um. So anyway, that's the issue that we're dealing with. I don't know about this whole transit telling us that we have to go to work after 5 days.
That
I don't know
sucks.
if we just have our hands tied. I don't know.
That's just a bad idea. I don't care. It's a bad idea.
It's just gonna get worse. More and more people are gonna get sick. We're gonna have customers on our buses getting sick because we, the bus operators, are getting on those buses sick. And the thing is that we have some operators that hate wearing a mask or don't wear the mask properly. So now they feel, okay, I'm sick. I don't have symptoms, so I'm gonna sit and drive the bus with a mask on my chin. And then people are coming in asking questions. You're speaking to them with no mask on because you feel that, fuck it. And this will never stop, man. It's not gonna stop. Next year it's gonna be, I don't know when it's gonna stop. The variants are just gonna keep growing, and people get upset and say, "Oh, these vaccines don't do nothing." Well, as long as we don't start doing something to protect ourselves, when is it gonna stop? When everybody that don't care to wear masks, or everybody that don't give a damn about vaccines, when they drop dead, is that when it's gonna stop? People, this stuff hits at home a lot, and you have to, you know, wake up. Just
Yep.
wake up.
Just do like you said. When you make a relief, carry your Lysol and spray the hell out of everything before you start. You take over, or before you either take over or before you get taken over, you spray the area. Mm.
That's a definite.
That's
I
like the
think
least
that
you
that
can do.
should that should be pushed around every depot at least. Listen, the Lysol cans are still out there. I just went yesterday to the market, and there was a whole bunch of Lysol, all different kind of Lysol, and with scents, whole bunch of them. I actually bought myself 3 cans. So they're still out there. You pay like $7.50, something like that, but they're still out there. So get your Lysol cans, guys, and just start spraying. If we all do it, our buses will always be sanitized. At least our area, the operator area. But we all have to take that that start and work for each other. And not say, fuck it, it ain't my problem. No,
Yeah,
it's all our problem right now.
yeah. And then when you go home, you take your clothes off. You got the locker. Change your clothes, spray your clothes up. Let that shit hang in your locker, and go home with a fresh set of clothes. Don't take that shit home. You know?
Exactly. Especially having a locker. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
So so we'll see where that happens. Yeah, Pramila watching us on YouTube. Thank you, Pramila. Yep, rubbing alcohol all over, especially the handle, the steering wheel, because see all the time guys are touching their nose, their eyes. They might cough and into their hands, and then you're grabbing that steering wheel, everything.
The
So
steering wheel, the fare box, the PA system,
the door to open, the handle to
door,
open the
the
door.
handles, the buttons, everything has to be sprayed down.
So I feel like now we just got to look at everybody, like in that show, The Walking Dead. Like everyone's infected.
Yep,
Got to look at everybody like everyone's infected. You know,
yep.
no more fist bumps, no more elbow. Just give it a wave and keep it moving, and don't take it personal, folks. This is how we got to do now until things get better, if they ever gets better. Um, you think that we move on, Blunt?
Yeah, man. This,
Move
that's,
on. Intermission.
I'm alive! In a world where stress is at an all-time high, where politics and disease have taken over the headlines, Brooklyn Pete and your boy Blunt present to you the original talk and live entertainment show for transit workers worldwide. Team Transit Misfits. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay notified.
yeah, subscribe and hit the bell. Stay notified.
And don't forget, we still got the hats. Printed trucker hats. Hit us up at our Gmail address if you're interested in getting one from us. And thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make us grow. We got a couple more new subscribers to our channel. So
Oh,
thank you
cool.
for that. Yes, we did.
That's cool.
Including a dispatcher from Gleason.
Nice.
Yes, sir. So, okay. Oh, next we got check this out. Another weird story coming up. I don't know how people are gonna deal with this one. Um Blunt, I'm sorry, I was like, I didn't think it was gonna make it today. You had me, I was like going crazy trying to find stuff, and I was like, oh, what if you don't make it? So I had to post stuff up. I was not able to pre-talk with you about things.
That's all right.
We usually do.
I
But
almost didn't make it.
oh god.
Yeah.
But check this out right here. We got the NYPD. NYPD, they're gonna start during traffic stops. Check this out. During traffic stops. Look, I had it saved. And I unsaved it. So yeah, so they're gonna the NYPD directive now, you gotta record race and gender during traffic stops.
What?
They're NYPD now, they're soon gonna start to record gender and race when they make a traffic stop.
Why? What's the
Because the
purpose?
whole thing about, they were saying they were picking on either black or Hispanic, like, like always picking on the same people. The whole problem that's sparked some time back about the cops and who they're stopping. So this is, I guess, a way to show exactly who they're stopping. Um, See if it tells more. And this is also even cyclists. This is coming out from the Post. January 1st, officers will be required to fill out a new form that notes the demographics of the person driving the vehicle or bike, and whether any police action was taken against them according to an internal order. The form have to be filled out even if no law enforcement action was taken. The whole thing is to ensure cops aren't wrongly profiling people that they're stopping. Yeah,
That's just more work for no reason.
yeah. But from what an officer stated, I'm definitely going to think twice about pulling anyone over. That's the first thing they're going to look at: how many black and Hispanic people you pulled over, cop said. The officer also added to that some cops were already hesitant to stop people, and the additional paperwork would just deter them even more.
Exactly.
So they're just saying, "I just won't pull anybody over." Why would you?
Yeah,
Why would you? When everything you do is going to be scrutinized.
exactly.
So that's something that I guess they got to deal with their unions. Because truthfully, you think about it, you're a cop. You're like, okay, now I gotta ask this person their gender. I gotta ask them their race. Oh, just put on the paper,
And
white.
then you have to ask them their gender because
It's
you
a
don't
black
know.
dude, and he'll just put down, it's a white guy. It was a white.
And what if he identifies a black guy?
Identify as a chair, and I'm Puerto
Though?
Rican. It's a Puerto Rican chair. I
Still
mean,
there's enough shit for them to do to be worried about your race and your gender. But you can't just look at somebody now and be like, yeah, that's a female because
no, that's a
we're
that's a problem right there.
in different times now.
That's a problem right there. But I'm guessing they will have to look at the license. I mean, they always ask for license registration.
Yeah, but what if they had the operation and changed their license yet?
Mm, that's gonna start such a such a problem. Like that video. I don't know if you guys, it was an old video. It's ma'am. You ever seen that? The guy's at the store. He looks completely like a dude, blonde dude, and the guy behind him says something about sir, and she turns around and says, "It's ma'am." So this paperwork, it says here, requirement for vehicles to stop is back from a form called UF 250, where cops were required to fill out on suspects, which that detected high profiling during stops and frisks across the Big Apple a decade ago. So these new forms are being implemented to comply with an amendment to Local Law 45 that requires the department to report precinct level data on the number of vehicles stopped by uniformed officers.
Yeah, that's gonna drop. That's gonna drop.
Yeah, I mean, good for us, right? I mean, cop's not gonna pull you for the stupidest thing. I mean, maybe because he took a stop sign. Yo, it's not worth it. It's not
Well,
worth
stop
it.
sign is a serious thing.
Well, I mean, they fly through it, but they got the goals that just slow down and they go like a lot of people do. They don't actually stop and wait a few seconds. They just slow and
Right.
roll right to the stop sign.
The stop signs.
I just think there's gonna be a lot of those rules that get broken. That cops are just gonna be like, it's not worth my time, bro. It's not worth
Yep.
my time to go through all
Turn
this.
a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
Let it roll.
Oh, this traffic stuff. So
And I don't blame it at all. You got better stuff to do to be worried about. Enrique is a man or a female. What is your
yeah.
name, ma'am? Enrique.
According to the article, furious cops are already calling NYPD Commissioner Kishant Sewell, who takes on the top job the same day. So January 1st, he takes the same day. So they're already complaining to the commissioner
Don't we
about
have
that.
a new commish, right? Black lady?
Mayor-elect Eric Adams, commissioner.
No, commish. I think we have a new commish, a new black lady. First
Uh,
ever black lady commish.
I think you're
I
right. I
believe, I
don't.
don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think Eric Adams had elected a new commish.
Okay. So how is that going to work? So there you go. See, who are in transit having issues and asking the union, what are you going to do? And look at this, the cops. So if you ever see, yeah, Damien know what I was talking about. If you ever see somebody doing something, you see a cop and you see, oh, how come he's not getting pulled over? But the cop just don't give a shit. Cop ain't gonna deal with that right now.
You ain't got time for that. You time for that bullshit. Let it go, let it go. So that's crazy. They got enough problems on their hands.
You guys could take this moment to let you guys know this is the last video of the year for us. Like I said, for those of you who probably just came in, we won't have the doctor in. The doctor was supposed to have a doctor scheduled to talk to us, give us information, clear up some misinformation. But being that he's down with COVID, he will be back next year. We'll reschedule and have him on
It's
the
crazy.
show
We
next
like
year.
what, almost 2 years into this pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
and there's still so much bad information out there.
Just people, I don't think people just don't worry about doing research or don't worry about talking to their own doctors because, a lot of people think that doctors are together with the whole big pharma and everything else. Like it's a, a, a huge thing. Like, I don't know, like they just want to take everybody out. I don't understand that way of thinking, but no, you got to open up your eyes. Look what's going on.
Well, but we're sheep. We're sheep. So
We're sheep. Bah.
for real.
What's that you always say? What is that you always? Oh yeah, yeah. You don't sound good, bro. I hope that you are able to
I'm
get checked
trying to
out
hold
soon.
that shit in, but
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Conspiracy. It's like this huge conspiracy. As Damien says, people do the research.
yeah, but the problem is
What is it
what
you say with this stuff? Um,
meal.
no. Ah, what you always say. Um, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, when it pops up, I'll do it. What were you saying?
But the problem with doing the research is where you're doing your research from, where you're getting your material from. You know, a lot of these people they listen to Joe Blow from his basement, who put together a string of videos from his mama's computer and made it sound and look great, and so they believe it because they put together some semblance of truths along with a huge fucking lie and make it believable. And people would rather listen to that than to go to their own doctor or go to their own hospital and talk to people who actually in the field working on this stuff and doing this stuff for a living, and they just listen to that. It's the same thing as like these people listen to the president. I'm not getting none of my medical information from the president. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Let him politic what you want. Because you see, even these politics, they say one thing and next thing you know, they turn around and they say something else. It doesn't change. It doesn't matter who's in office. They all do the same bullshit. They say one thing and then they turn around and end up doing something else. Once in a while, you might get somebody who actually follows through with what they say, what they promise. But majority of the time, it doesn't happen that way. So make sure that you do your research. Like Damien said, your sources are credible, man. Stop looking for Bob. Bob ain't him. Bob ain't the man. Or Jane. They ain't the people, man.
And a lot of times you see people, oh, but this guy said they'll give some misinformation that supposedly came from a doctor, but when you look into it, that doctor is not a doctor. It's not a
Right.
medical
Just
doctor.
like the one guy who had lines going around the corner because he had doctor in his name. And he turns out to be a chiropractor. So what are you doing? This guy's giving out letters so parents could not send their kids to school with masks. It's because he got doctor in his name. They're lining up to him so he could fill out the form so they could be exempt for giving their kids, masks to school. But this guy is a chiropractor. He's not a medical doctor. And because he has doctor, and you do have some doctors who are outright stating misinformation. And when you see that happening, you have other people who they're quick to jump on it because it agrees with what they're saying. So they're like, "Oh my God, you see, that's he said exactly what I was saying. Look, let me share this. Let me share this. Let me share this." And if you do the research, you find out this guy's a quack. And you do the actual research on some of these doctors. These guys are quacks, and they're not even real doctors, or they're discredited doctors, and they it's like, oh my God, just stop, people. Stop.
The same with getting the letters because of religious exempt.
Religious exempt, yeah.
If you actually look it up, guys, you look it up, you will see that every major religion in the world is for getting the vaccine. Look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. The Catholics, the which are the ones the Orientals or the Buddhist,
You said the
the
Orientals? Oh my God, we're getting banned.
it's Oriental. You can't call somebody Chinese if they're not Chinese, or should I say Asians? I'm sorry, Asians. I didn't mean nothing by it. I just is that a bad word to say that to someone?
We're getting banned.
The Asians. I'm sorry. I didn't think that was a bad thing. Is
The
it?
Orientals.
I mean, they come from the Orient, right? I mean, that's that.
Stop, Pete. Stop. Let it go.
The Asians. The Asians. Okay, Asians. My bad. I did not mean anything by that. But of course, one has to go and build up on it. You're like waiting for me to always say something was fucking
No,
up.
but that's just bad. That's bad, bro.
Oh man, my bad.
That's gonna blow up on YouTube. The Orientals.
But you keep saying it. So anyway, so we all the major religions. I should have just left it at there. All the major religions,
You should have just left it like that.
all the major religions have said that they are for the vaccine.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
That was a Trump line right there, bro.
Listen. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm glad you came on, and I wasn't sure you was going to be on today because I really wanted to talk about this and that I'm going to talk about next. And I wanted to get your intake because I know it's going to be something to hear coming out from you. God, I really didn't think that was wrong, but okay, you learn
That's a
something
Trump
every
line,
day.
man. Come on. Anyway,
You learn
yeah.
something every day.
Well,
Anyway, so this kind of goes. I guess this is gonna go to the men in our who are listening. Well, women could respond to this too. Now I better watch my words because I already stuck my foot in my mouth once. Are you okay with a woman paying everything on a date? Blunt, would you be okay with a woman paying everything on a date?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
on a first date or like right on the first date?
If she's willing to pay for everything, why not? Ain't no shame in my game. It ain't gonna be like that all the time, but if she will, hey, they want to be. Sometimes they want to do that.
Check this out, guys.
Yeah, so let me get 2 for Ghostbusters. Man.
What are you doing?
Getting the tickets.
I got it. It's on me, okay?
Wait, hold up. What you mean?
I'm gonna get the tickets.
You gonna pay for it?
Yeah. And the snacks.
You gonna get the snacks too?
Can we have 2 for Ghostbusters? Also, let's have an extra large popcorn. Do you want real butter?
Extra what?
Extra large.
Bro, that shit like
Over a
$10.
2-hour movie.
Shit, hell yeah, I want that.
Extra butter, 2 large sodas. Oh, you have the drink special. I'll take the double shot in mine, dark. Do you want?
They sell alcohol?
Yes. You want light or dark? Or both?
That's gonna be like over 80.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Make his like mine, and you can give him an extra double shot on the side. I'll have a pretzel with mustard, light salt. Do you want a pretzel?
Well, I want a what?
A pretzel. They've got a mustard, cheese, cinnamon. Which one do you want?
Shit, I want whatever you gonna get.
What do you want?
Pretzel
Yeah, you want mustard?
with cheese?
Pretzel with cheese. Give him an extra cheese too. I think he likes cheese like that. And I'll take the gummy bears. Is there anything else you want?
The Reese's?
Yeah, you can have that perfectly. The Reese's. We're gonna probably go to dinner after. So
We gonna go to dinner after?
yes, we have to eat.
Wow.
These are just the snacks.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's everything. Thanks. Keep the change. Got the food first, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think?
Man,
What do you think?
she's a keeper.
Definitely a keeper.
She's a keeper.
The guy, fellas, what do you think about that? Would you actually let the lady pay for everything, or you like that gentlemanly guy that are they still around where you would just nah, I got this. So would it be
If
done
she's
on a
offering-
first date? Huh?
If she's offering, I mean, I would rather go Dutch.
Mhm.
But if she's like his sister, like her, fuck it, go ahead. I'll get you on the next round.
But then she's also taking you out to dinner on top of that.
Yeah, they ain't going to dinner.
Huh?
They ain't going. They gonna be stuffed. What they gonna eat? You know what I mean? They going to dinner. They gonna be all that popcorn and candy, all that shit. Unless they going to dinner later on. You know what I mean? But that's almost the price of the movie theater.
Look at Damien
So
go.
good.
Damien says this chick is the tapeworm or something.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind though. I mean, I would rather go Dutch, but if she insists on paying, then yeah, let her pay. If she's gonna feel good about it, then that's great.
Yeah, Catherine. She said she's paying for dinner too. She said after I'm taking you to dinner too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shameless plug. Mio, guys. Mio, maybe we'll get a new someone
Sponsor.
sponsor. Mio, awesome. Just a few drops in your water. Get a great drink right here with vitamins. Orange tangerine. Check it out.
Yeah, that's great. Need one of those chicks like that.
Let us know in the comments, fellas. How would you treat this? Would you do it? Would you let it go for the first date? Would you pay for the first date, or right off the back?
Jose
Just
says
let her.
too much for 2 people. That large popcorn is a lot.
Yeah, but she was getting like a lot for him and for her. So I mean, I think if I'm going to date, we would probably get like the pack that you share. 2 sodas and a medium popcorn. But I guess it's just showing that sometimes women has to like that. They want to take care of the man. So
Yeah. Sometimes they feel like they want to treat them. They want to treat their man, and it's rare. It's rare because I mean, listen, I've been married for 10 years, and it never happened. You know what I mean? It was either one paid for one and the other one paid for something else. If I paid for the movie, then she paid for the snacks, or vice versa. It was never. It might have been one time or two where I paid for everything, but that was very rare.
But then if you think about it, when you're married, right? I don't know how that could be something we could talk about on another show. but like when you're married, like most married couples, they share everything, right? Like even the money. Like I've heard of couples that what the wife makes is her money, what the husband makes is their money, and when it comes down to pay the bills, they put parts and part and pay the bills like that. Or from what I see, is like okay, the money comes together. You have a a bank account where all the money's in there. So basically, when you go out to dinner, it's you're both paying if you think about it, you know. Or do you disagree
No, I mean that's how it always is. We both pay.
with a marriage, right? I mean, because
Yeah.
I heard marriages where they have she has his money, she has her money, and he has her
It's
money.
either we both pay or I pay. Yeah, I don't think it was too many times when she paid. It's either we both pay or I'm paying everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was I don't recall too many times where she stepped up and been like, I got this. It was one or two times,
Mm-hmm.
but most likely I either pay or we both pay. It been times when I've been like, yeah, I wish you paid. And
Yeah, I've been
yeah.
old school. Like I remember back where if I would take someone on a date, I would just be the one to pay. Later
Right.
on, I'm guessing later on, if it gets into a if it grows into something bigger, and then she wants to pay, then okay, we're
But
boyfriend
it also
girlfriend, and you want to
but
pay for
also
dinner
if
tonight,
you
okay, cool.
it also
Once you're
depends on
married,
who.
it's like it's the same thing.
Yeah, but it also depends on who initiates the date. If I'm taking you out on a date, then I'm should be I should be coming out of pocket.
Mm-hmm,
I shouldn't be saying let's go on a date, and then we get to the spot, and I'm looking at you like you gonna pay? You know what I mean?
you invited me.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It should be
like
like
in the video we watched, it seems like he took her out because he
right.
was
Like he was
ready to
bringing
pay,
her
and she
right,
stepped
and
up.
she
I
just
mean,
said
like,
no,
I
I'm paying.
got
Yeah,
you. I
yeah.
got you, Poppy. I got you.
But ideally, if you're initiating the date, then you should be paying. You shouldn't be thinking about sharing the profits for that or sharing the payments on that. At least that's how I feel anyway. Well, it's just somebody you don't really know. If it's like a date, but if it's your wife, you paying. Forget it,
Right.
because you ain't gonna win. You're not gonna win.
So, folks, with that, we come to our conclusion of our last show of the year. I do apologize for saying something that I guess was
It was
wrong.
it was a it was a come on. It wasn't a big deal.
It was a boo
It was
boo.
it was a Trump move. Don't worry about it.
Okay, but I do apologize. I really do apologize because that ain't me. Again, I mean nothing by that. Um, we will be back next year. Hopefully, we'll have something new to start the new show with. Blunt Skitty. We'll talk about that.
So
And we thank you for having been part of our show and this whole year. And those of you that come on every week and join us and sit here with our, as it started out, a train wreck. And sometimes, sometimes we get a little fender bender once in a while. But I got to thank your boy Blunt for being here with me since pretty much day one, and here is another year. Um, and we just keep moving on from here. I hope that we keep bringing you content that is enjoyable, entertaining, um, that that you can learn something from. I know I learned a lot from doing this show about a lot of stuff that we talk about. We will be back next year again, and Blunt will be 100%, right?
hopefully, I hope so.
Hopefully, you'll be 100% when we come back. Well, I won't say what date, but we'll probably be maybe probably the next week for New Year's, after New Year's. We hope you guys enjoy your holiday. Um, Stay safe out there. Please be careful, especially with all this going on right now with COVID. Just don't be hard headed. If you don't want the vaccine, that's on you. But just please wear the mask. Wear the mask properly, over your nose, over your mouth. You know, sanitize. you might say it's okay, whatever, but once it hits somebody in your family or a child that has not been vaccinated, that's gonna make you feel like shit. So just please be careful. Blunt, if you got anything to say.
Well, just Happy New Year, guys. See you guys next year. I'm ready to go lay down.
You ready to go right now? Okay, so hold up. Well, we have one more thing to finish off with for the year.
About to turn on the book of Boba Fett and lay down.
Oh, word? You feeling that bad, bro?
Yeah, I'm tired. My back hurt.
All right, bro. So, guys, we'll see you next year. Be safe. Peace out.
Deuces, y'all.
With that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete.
And I'm your boy Blunt. Fucking
That's
if
the
you
end of our
can't take
show.
a joke. Yep.
Later.
You quarantine.
Baby, it's COVID outside.
Please back up 6 feet.
But baby, it's COVID outside.
2020 has been
I've been wanting it to
a
end.
piece of trash.
Will you hold my hand if I pull up my
My
mask?
doctor seems like he's
So what? I
away.
couldn't taste my
My
curry.
father is a high
Say, how
risk.
is homeschooling the
I'm praying
kids?
COVID will scurry.
Damn it, will Pfizer
Or
hurry?
maybe just a couple weeks more.
My entire body is
'Cause
sore.
you sanitize.
Baby, it's just a cold.
Don't wanna get hospitalized.
Heard it only affects the old.
But Cuomo just said,
Don't worry about Cuomo.
hey look, I learned to bake bread.
Well, I can't really taste it.
The restaurants all got
That's
closed.
fine, we'll just eat in the
I
snow.
need this pandemic to end.
Wanna taste some of your
Move
bread?
6 feet away.
Okay.
Baby, it's COVID outside.